Hello, my friends. This is BobbieD coming to you live from Cebu Province, Philippines. And today we're going to talk to you about Kamala Harris defeated, an expat reaction to the defeat of Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, our vice president, as you know, recently lost the election to Donald Trump. I might say President-elect Donald Trump. And we're going to take a look at how I reacted and maybe get your reaction to it as well. We got four things with you. Bear with me, guys, because I'm back on StreamYard and I'm on the free plan and everything has changed. All my setups, all the stuff I had before is gone, guys. Can't believe it. That's start from scratch. So I'm pulling up some information here. Hopefully you guys can see it, and hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm on the province now. I have everything set up differently. So this is a new ball game. I'm learning. I'm trying to get back into live. So bear with me. This is my first live stream in about 3 or 4 months now. So, and everything has changed on stream. But today our topic is Kamala Harris defeated. So take a look at our thumbnail for today. Here we go. Thumbnail for today. Pull this up real quick. Harris concedes the election. That's our thumbnail for today. Now, we're going to look at our topics. We got 3 points I want to cover with you real quick. And see if I can pull it up here. Everything is different, so give me just a moment here. Let's try it now. Okay. Let me pull that up real quick. My immediate reaction was I was very disappointed. Very disappointed, dismayed. And at the same time, I became very determined. Determined that I was not going to let my disappointment and my dismay hamper my day, and that all right. I wasn't going to let it happen to me. So I focused on the positivity that I could get from it. The positivity is that we had a vice president, female, Asian, African American, Jamaican American as well, that ran for the president of the United States. That's the first ever, first time ever in the nation's history. And I want to be honest with you, she did very well, but she didn't do enough. She didn't do enough. She didn't do enough to get the message over of her platform and her program over to the vast majority of voting Americans. And I think Biden. I think that if Biden had ran, this is my point, guys. I don't know. You might disagree with me. You may not. I don't know. But I think if Biden had ran as originally planned and that all right, he may have pulled it out. Okay, even though he's old and feeble, he still had enough energy to pull it off. Okay, and then perhaps maybe on down the line, if something happened to Biden, Kamala could have came in after him and got to be president that way. But another thing I think about is, guys, I was so upset. I talked to my wife about it. She said, it's okay. It's okay. It's not her time. Okay. So it may not be, America may not have been ready for a female president, much less a female African American president. So You got to think about where we live. I'm in the Philippines right now. Me, DC, and I are still waiting to get back to the USA, and things happen. Things are still. America is a racist country, okay, and most countries of the world are racist. Racism is everywhere, even here in the Philippines. Believe it or not, I know you hear a lot of guys. There's no racism. Everybody they treat me just like everybody else. Okay, some of them do, some of them don't. I can vouch for. I've been here. This is my 10th year, guys. 5 and 5 is what? 5 and 5 is what? 10. You can see it. 10 years. I've been here 10 years, so I can tell you for a fact there is racism here. There's prejudice here towards blacks. However, you won't find it every day. So here and there and everywhere. Okay, here and there, I found it. So it's everywhere. So racism still in America, and they didn't want to see a black woman in there. That's part of it. Okay, you got to understand. And then you got to look at what were qualifications. A lot of the time, a lot of things happen where she got into the race, but she never got a vote from when he was running for campaign. She never got any campaign votes, except for after she got into the general election. So a lot of people were turned off by that as well. And so that's what happened. So last one, my next one was what? Number 2? Hold on. Give me a minute, guys. I get a whole new system here. Everything is different. Okay. What went wrong? What went wrong? What went wrong? Number 8, lack of support. She had support, but it wasn't support of the entire nation. She didn't have enough support to get the 270 electoral votes. I mean, this just obvious. And that's why she lost the race. Is there any shame in losing? No, there's no shame in losing. The only shame is you didn't try. You didn't try hard enough. She tried, guys. Give her credit for what she did. She tried. I voted for her. I wanted her to win. And I'm not ashamed that she lost. She lost. She tried. I'm very happy that she ran a very good campaign. She came close. You had like 227, something like that. She came close. Not close enough, but she came close. So I'm proud of that fact. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her campaign staff. I'm proud of her family. She did an outstanding job, but it came up short. Okay, so we cannot put her down for losing. I would never do that. She tried, did more than what many people would do. Okay, she had lack of support. Okay, that's one of the reasons. What's one of the reasons things went wrong? Lack of support. People didn't support her. And then what are the reasons why people wouldn't support her? Number one, they felt that her many of the things in her campaign, her platform, she wouldn't be specific about. But I would beg to argue that she was specific about a lot of things in her campaign, and more importantly, her opponent was not specific enough about a lot of things. But they put the onus on her to be more specific. Okay, so she had lack of support. And past miscues. When she first, if you remember, guys, and I'm not trying to put Kamala down, because I really like her. At first, I didn't like her, but now I really like her. At first, when she became the vice president, she had a lot of negativity, a lot of baggage. A lot of things went wrong when she began, and people just pounced on her. And I think a lot of those miscues in her early part of her first part of her career as vice president came back to haunt her. Okay, and then what went wrong? Dislike. Many people just disliked her. Okay, and she seemed to be very, very nice on screen and in public, but there was a lot of back office talk about her campaign, her staff, how she treated her staff. All of those things came out, and it just did not look good. Then they had a whole bunch of stories about her husband, how he abused women, beat women in the past. A lot of things, and this just made people dislike her. But if you think about it, guys, what about her opponent? What about her opponent? Look at all the things he's done. He's a criminal. He's a felon. The first time ever we've had a felon as a president-elect. Look at all the cases he's got on here. Okay. All right, last one we out. Take a look at this one. Hold on. Got to pull it up. I can't get it up. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah. Everything is different in StreamYard, guys. Give me a minute, okay? All right, last one. What will the future look like under Donald Trump? Well, basically, it's going to look like it was the last time he was president, and even worse, okay? Isolationism. What is isolationism, Bobby? What is isolationism, man? That means he's going to isolate this country from the world. And he's not going to be, we're not going to be reaching out and be a leader of the world anymore. We're just going to be like a little island upon ourselves, you know? And that's not good. America has always been the leader, always been a country, a nation that's helping other countries to prosper and helping other countries to become democratic nations, such as we're doing with Ukraine and many other countries around the world. So under him, that's going to stop. Man, America first. America first. You know, one of the things you're going to look at is that he'll probably take us out of NATO, North American Treaty Organization. He'll probably take us out of that because he believes that we're paying and other countries are not paying. He wants to put us for Project 2025. I don't have to tell you about that. That's like going back, taking us back almost 100 years, 50, 60 years, 70 years ago. Agenda 47. Trump is saying that he never was associated with Project 25. He never wrote it. I would agree. He never wrote it, but people in his cabinet, former cabinet members wrote it, and he knows about it. He tried to lie and say he didn't know anything about it. So what they did, guys, Project 25 is converted the name to Agenda 47. Agenda 47 being 47, he will be the 47th president. So it's agenda. It's pretty much the same thing. Go Google it. Project 25 versus Agenda 27. You'll see they are very, very similar. And so in the future, we can look toward higher taxes. He's going to increase taxes. And then we're going to look at him giving tax breaks to the rich. Okay. More tax breaks to the rich. And the people in the middle, and people on the bottom are going to have to suck it up and pay more. That's what's going to happen under Donald J. Trump's second term as president. I never thought that this would happen because I'm of the opinion that people with common sense and people with any form of medium intelligence would know that you wouldn't want a man that's a convicted felon and under multiple charges to be a leader of your nation. He's a leader of the military, and he, as a convicted felon, he couldn't even join the military. Yeah. So I'm very disappointed, but at the same time, as I mentioned before, I'm very determined not to let this bother me. You know, the president is at the top, and his policies and platforms will affect our lives. But we have to remember, if you're like me, I'm a Christian. I believe in the Most High God. So Trump may be president, but Jesus Christ is my resident. He's inside of me, okay? And I go by him, and I go by the Most High God. So I don't care who's the president. I know a God, and I know a Jesus. I know a Jehovah Jireh. He is my provider, okay? So that's what keeps me grounded. That's what keeps me rooted. That's what keeps me booted. And that's what keeps me suited, knowing that we're going to be all right. We got any comments out here today? Nobody comments. No comments. No comments. All right, guys. I know it's going to be like that for a while so I get back in the groove. If you want to make a comment, Hank, just type in whatever you want to type, and I'll respond to your comment. But I want to keep on talking about a few minutes that we got. But yeah, Lisa and I have been here in Cebu province for going on for 5 months now, right? About 5 months. And it's been awesome, guys. First, it started out very, very bad. Very, very bad. I'm talking about the worst I've ever had at living in any place. And then, lo and behold, we got the house renovated and things turned around. It did a 180. I mean, everything's nice here now. It was terrible when we first got here, but we had to renovate it. And we are happy as we could be. Happier than where we were in the city of Cebu. The traffic is near to none. The people are very, very helpful, friendly, and inviting. And this less small. A lot of animals around here. You know, I've never lived in a very, very slow city like this ever. So it was a very, very big transition for me. But guess what, guys? God is able, and He has made this a smooth transition for it. Right now, we're having the best time of our life. Lisa D and I just celebrated our 9th anniversary, wedding anniversary yesterday. We had a big dinner, invited everybody in our area, and our family members came. We had a great time. I wish I could have did a video about it, but we don't do a lot of videos on our lives anymore because, to be honest with you, we don't share a lot of stuff with some people. We don't want some people seeing what we do. And where we came from is a lot of crazy folk over there. So we don't want to give them the advantage of knowing our detailed information. So some personal stuff we'll tell you about, but we won't show it. Okay. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, man. The big defeat, and Kamala did a very gracious concession speech. He did more than what Trump did. He never conceded his loss. She did the right way, the tight way, the long way, and the strong way. And for that, I salute her. And I think every person in America should salute her for that. She's doing what's right. She's not going by what her feelings, like Trump did. He got mad when power didn't want to turn over to have a peaceful transition. Biden and Kamala will have a very peaceful transition, and there will not be any revolution. There will not be any insurrections. Everything will be peacefully turned over, and that's a good thing for our nation and for everyone involved. I want to invite you all to pray for Kamala Harris, her family, President Joseph Biden, and the new president-elect, Donald Trump. Yeah, I don't like him all that much. I don't like his personality. I don't like his morals, his character. But I have to respect that if he's elected, he's the president-elect, and he gets into office, I have to respect the fact that he is our president. And I would respect the office. I don't respect the man that much, but I always will respect the office of the president of the United States, and I will pray for him in his office. Just like I'm still praying for President Obama. He's my president for life. He's my president, okay? My personal president, my personal choice, and my personal preference. I wish he could come back, but he can't. Yeah? I've been praying for him and Michelle since he got in office, and I'm still praying for them every day for their safety and for their children as well. So pray for the President Biden, pray for Vice President Kamala Harris, and pray for America, okay? Pray for Donald Trump as well, because believe it or not, he will be back in office, and he will be leading our nation. So some things he may be leading us right way, some things he may be leading us the wrong way. But we got to pray that God will guide his heart, make it do it right for everybody, not just some people, but everyone. He's the president, not just of the MAGA, Make America Great Again extremists. He will be the president of you, me, everybody. The black, white, brown, red. I don't care. He's gonna be a president of everybody who's a member of the United States, a citizen of the United States. And what I feel sorry for, guys, is for the undocumented aliens that are in the United States. From what I'm hearing, there will be mass deportations. Okay. And they're just going to be gathering people up, putting them in housing them, and then sending them out. And that's going to be heartbreaking. You're going to see a lot of scenes like mothers and children and fathers and sons and daughters crying because somebody's got to leave. They're taking them out. They don't care. It's going to be a very, very tough situation. And so I'm praying that somehow or another, God would work that out where families won't be torn apart. Right? That's where we're at right now. Pray for America. Pray for Kamala Harris. Pray for President Joseph Biden. And as well, pray for President-elect Donald Trump. All right. That's all for now. And also pray for BobbieD and Lisa, please. Please, man. Please. Pray for us. We're still waiting. We haven't heard. Our visa still pending, processing. I don't know. We may have another 6 months to a year. I don't know. But whatever time it is, we're going to get that visa and we're going to head back to the United States. My assignment here is over, and I'm ready to go back to the United States of America. Some people might say, why are you going back to the United States now? Trump is back in office. Hey, I just told you, Trump is not my God. I have a God to serve, and that's it. And he wants me to go back to the United States, and that's where I'm going. I have a reason and a season to fill the United States, and I'm going to see what the Lord is leading me to there. Okay, so I don't care who's in office. Okay, I'm going to survive, and I'm going to thrive with the help of the Most High God. And if you don't have that type of mentality on you, you need to get it. Okay, hang around me, that's what you'll get. All right, but yeah, I wanted to touch base with you guys. I got to get practice with StreamYard. Everything is changed. You would believe I'm on a free program now. I was paying monthly, but I don't have that luxury now. So I'm on a free program, and everything has changed. They stripped all the stuff I had down, man. I used to pull up a slide, and now I got to do video. Everything is different. Everything is different, and I have to learn a new way. So my lighting is off a little bit, guys. I see it's a little dark. I've got to locate where my light stick is. I don't know where it's at. It's a lot. StreamYard live stream is so long, so I am getting back. The next one I do, it'll be better than this one. Okay, I'll be a little bit more organized, a little bit more structured. All right, guys. Lizzie's here. She's in another room. She's knocked out, taking a morning nap. But anyway, that's it for now, guys. If you can if you would please consider hitting the like button for me and subscribing to the channel if you haven't. The Love Train Nation, with me, BobbieD, and my wife, Lisa D, are always here giving you information and videos that would be helpful to you and informative to you in your life. Especially, we do a lot of videos about the Philippines, and I'm doing a lot of news videos on the Philippines. I'll be doing some more relationship videos as well. So stay tuned to us. Stay tuned to the channel, and invite your friends and family to become a part of the channel. Hit the like button and subscribe if you have not already done. Thank you so much for being a part of the program today. This is BobbieD saying take care, God bless, and peace. See you on the backside of tomorrow.